First, a comfortable seat just for a few rounds of breath, and then we're gonna lay down. So allowing the hands to rest on the knees. Roll the shoulders up to the ears and then back down. And then we'll take a couple times here where we'll pull the shoulders way up to the ears and then allow them to fall down kind of harshly. So pull the shoulders up to the ears, allow them to release. So sometimes, unless we really allow the muscles to let go, it's hard to allow the traps and everything that's happening in the shoulders. So take a couple more rounds like that. Pull the shoulders way up to the ears and let them fall. And then start to just find a little bit of movement. We won't find anything too fancy, just circling ribs over hips. Or if you want to alternate shoulders. Let's take 10 to 12 full rounds of breath, just finding some movement in our seat, getting our spine warmed up. So find your flow. Your flow may look like circles. It may look like figure eights. So all of our flow states are going to be different. And the flow state might also be trying to stay focused. So for me, last week was a bit of a wash on anything but teaching yoga and knitting scarves that I still need here in Milwaukee. So yesterday I kind of reset, went into a different room and found a flow state with some schoolwork I needed to get done, and it felt really good to make some progress. So flow state may be a lot of different things for people. Let's find a couple more of these shoulder stretches. So not worrying about if you're finding everything perfectly, just allowing things to happen. And then when you feel a little bit warmer, take one hand to the belly and one to the chest. Allow the eyes to close. Or allow the gaze to divert down towards the ground. Check in with how the breath is flowing in and out through the body. Maybe beginning to take a deeper inhale, deeper exhale. Inhaling to a count of 5. Exhaling to a count of 5. Keep going with your breath. I'm going to read you a short passage from this inviting silence. It's called the first step. It may take months for us to sense that our longing has already taken the first small steps. Can we begin to notice some of the signs? How we pause before something beautiful. How we grow inexplicably silent more of the time. How our breath seeks deeper exhalation. How we close our eyes and gaze inward as if drawn to another realm. Can we catch our softening eyes when we watch our children at play? When our pets are up to their antics, when we hold the aging hand of our parents. These moments are hints that tell us there's something inside that doesn't live on a schedule, doesn't entirely define itself by accomplishing tasks or by keeping things going. This part of us trusts another dimension, the central fact of being. It already knows that the simple presence is where our hearts come to peace. How strange that it takes so long to be in touch with this, the most obvious fact of our lives. Cultivating a peaceful heart is the joy and the journey of a lifetime. With this truth comes fully into awareness. We can join it, a conscious first step. We can start to be with our being. Take a cleansing breath together. Big inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale the hands, let it go. Draw the hands down the chest. Inhale, reach them up. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, reach. Exhale, let it go. Connect the knuckles of the thumbs to the sternum. Then drop the chin towards the chest, lengthening out the neck. Reach the chin high. Drop the chin to the chest. Take a few more rounds. Maybe pausing in one of these postures. Allowing the hands to come to the knees. Just take a couple of circles each way with the neck. Switching directions if you haven't already. And coming back to neutral. So we're going to lay all the way on our backs just for a few postures. So setting aside anything that may be in the way. You don't need the blanket now. Allowing the spine to rest all the way on the mat. And allowing the soles of the feet to rest on the earth. So we'll start to flow. We'll find a few rounds of breath with the feet as wide as the mat. Let the knees fall in to touch. One more round of breath. And then switch. Walk the soles of the feet in together. Let the knees fall out wide. So you're making a little diamond shape in the legs. 3 rounds of breath here. See if you can concentrate just on the sound of your breath. And then switch. Walk the soles of the feet out. Maybe go even a little wider than the mat. Let the knees fall in. Even though the legs are falling in, it's really external rotation of the hips. Then walk the soles of the feet together, knees fall wide again, 3 rounds of breath. So here, even though the knees are falling out, the hips are actually rotating internally. And then walk the feet back to neutral. So knees point straight up. And we'll just start to windshield wiper the feet. So it may feel good to take the arms wider. Beginning to windshield wiper the feet, dropping the knees to the right. Dropping the knees to the left. Take a couple more rounds. Finding this flow, allowing the movement to come naturally. Next time the knees come to the right, allow them to fall to the right. So depending on how it's feeling this morning, if you want a little bit more, you can prop this right heel on the left knee, and it's really going to create some openness in the left hip. So that may be way too tight in the low back or the hips. So if so, just find a gentle stack of the knees. Or if that's still too much, just pull the right knee into the chest. 2 more rounds of breath. Slowly uncross if you have the legs crossed, windshield wiper the knees. And allow them to fall to the left. So hips are coming out to the right, knees are falling to the left. Option again to take the left heel or ankle and just rest it on top of the right knee. Take you a little bit deeper, only if you feel like there's space this morning. Check in with the breath. One more round of breath here. Come back to neutral. We'll hug the knees into the chest, give the low back some love. So rock side to side. And then we'll reach long and stretch. Toes and fingertips away from each other. Big inhale. Exhale, hug the knees into the chest and rock. 2 more times. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, hug it in. Rock side to side. Noticing how the rocking side to side also massages little points in the low back. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hug it in. We're going to rock all the way up and over, eventually finding ourselves on the knees, so finding tabletop. So rock up and down the spine a couple of times, or just come all the way up right away. Here's where I would recommend that you have your blanket just to give yourself a little bit of padding on the knees. So we're going to find a little bit of a flow here coming on and off the knees. That's why I recommend the padding. So find your way to your tabletop. Cat-cow, drop the belly, lift the gaze as you inhale. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin, puff up between the shoulder blades. A few more times with your own breath. Then start to walk the hands forward just slightly. It's an option to stay in tabletop if you're newer to the practice. Otherwise, tuck the toes, lift the hips high and back, find your down dog. Fingertips are spread nice and wide, get a nice strong foundation. Walk your dog out. So bend one knee then the other, finding some flow here. Then we're going to find some sun salutations, nice and slow. Mix them in with our lunges and find our flow. So big inhale. Exhale, let it go. Start to walk the feet to meet the hands. Inhale, lift up halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold it down, head is heavy. Root down, rise up, take it all the way overhead, fingertips touch. Exhale the hands to heart. Inhale, reach. Interlace the fingers, we're gonna take it up and over to the left. Equal weight in the feet. Inhale back to center, take it up and over to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, fold it through, so we're hinging at the waist. Lift up halfway, so pressing the hands into the shins or the thighs. Nice long neck, long spine. Plant the hands, option to take it back. High to low plank if you practice more often. I'm going to take it to the knees. Skip this part completely if you want to. Pull the chest through. Elbows graze the ribs. Slowly lower to the chest. Peel it back, baby cobra. No weight in the hands, just maybe the lift is just right here. And then we'll take it back. Find our child's pose. So knees come wide. Hips come to heels. Walk the fingertips forward. Melt the head in the chest. 3 rounds of breath here. Start to roll up. And find that a few more times and add on some lunges. So start to make your way into your down dog or stay in your tabletop. Tuck the toes, lift the hips high and back. Big inhale. So you're finding this upside down V. Your ears are maybe coming past the upper parts of your arms. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Start to walk it forward. Nice generous bend in the knees in the forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Root down, rise up, take it all the way overhead. Big inhale. Exhale the hands down. Inhale, reach. This time interlace fingers, take it over to the left. And then over to the right. Same as before. Inhale back to center. Exhale, fold it through. Inhale, lift up this halfway. This time, we're gonna step the left foot back. Find our way to our low lunge. So right heel over ankle. Maybe you have your blocks, books, whatever's holding you up. Toilet paper rolls, whatever you're using. So option to stay right here, option to find a flow. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. And then we're gonna straighten out the front leg, flex the chest forward. So it takes a little balance, takes a little work. Take it nice and slow. Inhale, reach, little back bend. Straighten out the front leg. Maybe you flow the chest forward, ski, swim the arms back. One more time. So if you wanna just stay in your low lunge, that's an option. But allow yourself to try. And then keep the hands back down on the mat. Tuck the back toes. We'll hop the left foot up to meet the right. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. This time we're gonna stay in our fold. Reach for opposite elbows. Frame out the face. The head and neck are heavy. Find a little sway. So really generous bend in the knees. You can rest the chest on the thighs. Lift up halfway, inhale. We'll take that little half sun salutation. Root down, rise up, take it overhead. Same as before, lift up out of the waist first. Take it over to the left. So my fingers are interlaced. Inhale back to center. Lift up out of the waist, take it over to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, fold it through. We'll take that low lunge sequence and flow on the other side. We'll lift up halfway. Palm your mat. This time, step the right foot back. Drop to the back knee and tuck the back toes. So left knee is over ankle, not any farther past. So option to stay right here in your low lunge. If you want that little flow, start to rise the arms up. And then option to ski the arms back, straighten out the front leg. This is all optional. Maybe you stay nice and static in that lunge. Last time, come back into your low lunge. Drop the hands down. Back toe tuck, step the right foot to meet the left. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Root down, rise up. Last time, lift up out of the waist. Take it over to the left. Inhale, over to the right. Back to center and fold. Lift up halfway, inhale. Palm your mat, step it back. We're gonna go into child's pose. So knees come a little wider, drop the hips towards the heels. Walk the chest forward. Head rest on the mat. So 5 rounds of breath in child's pose. Or grab water. Press that space between the eyebrows into the mat. Cleansing breath in your child's pose. So big inhale. Exhale, let it go. Walk the fingertips forward. So get a little stretch here. And we're gonna walk the hands to the right. So pick the chest up, walk everything to the right. And then maybe the left hand comes on top of the right, melts the hips back. Rest the head, so we're getting into the left side body. Walk it back through center, then take it over to the left. Walking the hands off the mat. Maybe the right hand comes on top. There's Norm deciding to join us. Hi, buddy. Oh, no, okay. Melt the hips and the chest back down. Walk it back forward. Start to round it up into your tabletop or option to come to your down dog. So we're going to take that similar flow, but we're going to find it standing. And then we'll find our way back to our mat and do some restorative postures and inversions. And then we will find some more meditative words in our Shavasana. So, option, stay in your tabletop or take it back to down dog. Hips high and back, press the chest towards the heels. We'll find a little twist here. So take the feet as wide as the mat. Right hand comes to left ankle. Take it back. Left hand to right ankle. 2 more times or skip it, your choice. Just finding a little bit of length in the legs. Starting to twist across the center line. Avoid if you're pregnant. Last time. Walk it back. Feet hip distance apart in your down dog. Start to walk the feet forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Root down, rise up. This time we're going to take it a little differently. We're going to reach for the right hand with the left wrist, pull through the side body, and then hinge it over. Inhale back to center and switch. So reach for the left wrist, take it over. Inhale back to center. Exhale, fold. Lift up halfway. So this time we're going to step the foot back. You have your blanket. If you want to keep doing it from the knees, keep your blanket. Otherwise, we'll find it standing. So step the left foot back. We're in our high runner's lunge. So all 10 toes facing forward. Or if you need more grounding, you can drop this left heel in. So stay here or start to rise the arms up. Find a little back bend. And then we're going to flow it forward, but keep the knee bent. Flow it forward. Bring the chest parallel. Inhale, rise it up. Exhale, flow it forward. Inhale, rise. Exhale, flow it forward. Inhale, rise. We're going to open up warrior 2. So flatten out the back foot. Long edge of the foot parallel to the back of the mat. Bend into your front knee. Reach the arms long. Gaze out over the front fingertips. Make sure the right knee is coming more towards the pinky toe. One more round of breath. Then we'll flow it back, peaceful warrior. So flip the front palm, take it all the way up and over, and then flow it forward, side angle. Right arm to right leg, left arm up and over. 2 more times. Find that flow. So as long as your breath is going with your movement, don't worry about if it matches me exactly. Awesome. Come back to your warrior 2. Take the hands to the hips. Turn all 10 toes to face the long edge of your mat. So we're going to inhale, lift the chest long, hinge at the hips, just come halfway down and hold. Pull the belly into the spine and then fold all the way over. Maybe the hands are on the blocks or on the mat. Allow the head and neck to be heavy. 5 rounds of breath here. Wide-legged forward fold. Next, inhale, rise up halfway and hold. Hands to the hips. Use the core, rise all the way up. Awesome. I know this is a little more strenuous than last week. You guys are doing good, I'm sure. So we'll turn the front toes. So for me, that's the right toes back to the front. Find our way back to our lunge. Turn all 10 toes to the front. Plant the hands down. Hop the left foot up to meet the right. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Root down, rise up. Take it overhead. Reach for the right wrist, take it up and over, hinge to the left, and switch. Inhale back and fold. Lift up halfway, inhale. This time, right foot steps back. So again, if you want to take it from the knee like before, that feels more stable and comfortable, awesome. Otherwise, straighten out the back leg, all 10 toes facing forward. Think about pulling the thighs into center line. Hips, shoulders square. Strong legs, rise up, arms lift. Melt the shoulders down. Inhale, lift up a little taller, find a little back bend. Then exhale, start to flow over that front leg, ski the arms back. Inhale, reach. Exhale, flow. Inhale, reach. Exhale, flow. Last time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, flow. Inhale, reach. Then we're going to open up to warrior two. I'm going to face the other way so you can see. So bend in the left knee. So look down. Left heel, right arch should be somewhat in the same plane, the same line. Reach the arms long. Gaze out over the fingertips. Awesome. Settle into your warrior two. Virabhadrasana 2. And then we'll start to flow. Reach the front fingertips forward, take it back. Peaceful. Come forward, side angle. So left arm on left knee, right arm up and over. Reach. Flow it back. Drag the right hand down the back of the right leg. Lift the left arm up and over. Flow with your breath. Nice and easy breathing. Come back to your warrior two, bend back into the front knee, a little deeper, and then turn all 10 toes to face the long edge of the mat, just like before. Hands come to the hips. Inhale, lift up tall. Exhale, start to hinge forward. Come all the way down. Option to stay here in this forward fold, just like before. If you want to still find that flow, bend into, I'm going to do the opposite. So bend into the left knee, straighten out the right leg. Walk it back through center, bend into the right knee, straighten up the left leg. So I'm mirroring you, walk it back through center. This is just an option. You can stay right in your fold. Getting the heart pumping a little bit this Monday morning, and then we'll slow it down. Then we'll all meet back in center, all 10 toes face the long edge. Lift up halfway, nice long spine. Exhale, fold. Root down, rise up. Turn the front toes, so for me that's, the left. Now I'm facing the other way. And then we'll start to flow it down. I'll turn back around. Step your right foot up to meet your left. Lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Root down, rise up. Last time. Reach for the right wrist. Take it up and over. And then switch. Come back to center. Hands come into the chest. Awesome. Open the hands up. Find your mountain pose. Deep stability, rooting down through the feet. And then place both hands on the chest. Allow the eyes to close if you feel stable. Check in with that heart pumping. That part of you that is in the constant state. Blood is constantly flowing. Whatever's swirling around outside, coming back to this core sense of being. Take a cleansing breath. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, start to fold. Halfway lift. If you want to step it back and find a little baby vinyasa, take it to the knees. Pull the chest through. Shoot the elbows back. Heel it back, baby cobra. Take it back, find your child. So you may want to bring the blanket back Pad the knees. So knees come wide, toes come together. Walk it forward. Start to slow down the heart rate. So we'll be in this child's pose for 5 to 6 rounds of breath. Maybe it feels good to rock that space between the eyebrows, just gently back and forth into the mat. Let's take 2 more rounds of breath here. Allow yourself to find a cleansing breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth, let it go. And slowly start to walk the hands back. Sit it back on the heels. Inhale up nice and tall. Find one more little gentle flow. Reach the hands back, or if you have the space, interlace the fingers, drive the knuckles down. And then maybe start to flow forward. Rest a little, just on the top of the head. Then flow it back. Maybe find a little back bend. 2 more. Be nice and gentle with the neck here if you're taking it to the head. And then roll the wrist and the shoulders out. Find a little seated flow that I think feels really good on the front of the hips. So extend your left leg long, right sole of the foot into the mat. Inhale, reach. Exhale, start to hinge. Inhale, reach. This time take the right hand back behind the hips and start to press the hips forward. So I call this the flash dance. Reach for the leg. Brace yourself back behind. Reach the hips forward. Press them up. Let's take 1 more round of that. Then come back, reach for the ankle, the foot, wherever you land. Maybe it's back up here. Find your breath. And then walk it to center and switch. So right leg extends, I'm nearing you to make it a little easier. Left foot comes into the thigh. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hinge towards that extended leg. Inhale, reach. This time left hand's back behind you. Prop up onto that knee and flatten out the foot. Little flash dance. Reach it back. 2 more times. I want a squeaky part of my floor, so apologize. Find your length. I live in a half of a house. I live in a duplex and the house is, I think, 110 years old. So the hardwood floors are obviously refinished, but very squeaky. 2 more rounds of breath. Rise back up. Take the soles of the feet together. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, start to hinge. 2 more times. Inhale, reach. Maybe take the arms overhead. Nice big stretch. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, reach. Last time and we'll hold. Exhale, hinge. Maybe you start to press the knees down with the elbows. Try to lead with a flat back, then maybe you tuck the chin. Slowly rise back up. We're going to find our way to our backs, do a couple of gentle movements here. So option to have the blanket underneath you if it feels good. Start to rock onto the back, and then we're going to find a little flow here in our bridge pose. So Soles of the feet. Blanket may actually hinder you here, but should be fine. So soles of the feet on the earth, knees point up. Reach the arms long, so maybe the fingertips can reach the heels or getting close. So first we'll do just the hips. We're gonna start to press the feet into the mat, peel the hips up, so peeling off one vertebra at a time. So the hips start to come off the mat and slowly melt them back down. So option to find this flow with the arms going overhead. So as you peel the vertebra away, start to take the arms overhead, tap them back, and release. 2 more times, peel the arms back, lift the hips. Take it back down. Last time, inhale, peel the arms, peel the hips, and release. Allow the knees to windshield wiper side to side. Right ankle just above left knee. Find this pigeon on the back. Reach around, grab for the left thigh. So we're finding a figure 4 here. If you want to just stay left foot grounded, right ankle over the knee. If you feel something there, great. Otherwise, reach around, grab for the back of the left thigh. 3 rounds of breath. Keeping the shape in the legs. If it feels okay, start to drop this whole shape over to the left, find your twist. If that feels like too much, just pull the right knee into the chest and take it across the body. Just find a way to twist the legs over to the left, twist the head over towards the right. Inhale back to center, unwind, find a little movement. And switch, so both soles of the feet on the earth, left ankle just above the right knee. Stay here, or reach around, grab for the back of the right thigh. 3 more rounds of breath. Allow the eyes to be heavy or closed. And then take the arms wide. Option to just pull the left knee in and pull it across, or take this whole shape over to the right so the left sole of the foot lands on the earth, finding a little twist. Slowly come back to neutral, uncross the legs, bicycle them out. We're just gonna prop up on our blanket, so you can fold your blanket another time maybe. Just gonna place the hips on the blanket to elevate them a little bit. If you don't have a blanket, no problem. You could actually just place the hands underneath the hips and extend the legs up to the ceiling. If you do have the blanket though, start to bring it underneath the hips just to elevate them off the mat a couple of inches. Then extend the legs long. Allow gravity to do the work here. So ankle stacks over knee, knee stacks over hip. So finding this skeletal stacking allows the legs to extend without a lot of effort in the muscular system. Hands can rest on the belly if that's comfortable, just noticing the rise and fall of the breath. Allowing some fresh blood flow to come back into the hips without much effort, gravity giving it a little assist. One more round of breath. Pull the knees into the chest, rock side to side. If there's anything else that you need to round out your practice, feel free. Otherwise, we're gonna move into our final resting pose. So if you don't practice yoga often, I know Shavasana can be hard and you might feel a little fidgety. So I just kind of let it happen, whatever is going through your mind or your body. If you have the blanket, maybe roll it up. Allow that to come underneath the knees to give the low back a little release. So let the hands start to fall open. Allow the eyes to be heavy or closed. Find our final resting pose. Allowing the muscles to hang from the bones. Allowing any release on the breath. Releasing any control of the breath. Release the space between the eyebrows. Melt the shoulders into the mat. We'll take rest here for a few minutes time. Allow yourself this little luxury to let the practice soak in. So finding ease, taking rest. And I'll bring us back together in just a few minutes. Slowly bringing some awareness back to the breath. Bringing awareness back into your physical body. Wiggling fingers and toes. Getting to make small movements. Inviting yourself back into this space. When you're ready, taking a long, full stretch overhead, reach the arms up. Point the toes, and then exhale, hug the knees into the chest. Start to rock back and forth, and find your way over to one side, finding the fetal posture. Taking a moment to find gratitude for the time that you took for yourself this morning. Gratitude for the breath and the blood flowing through you constantly, no matter what else is happening. And gratitude for the amazing things that your body is capable of doing. Yoga is new to your life. Allow it to come with time. The beauty of a home practice is you don't have to feel that anyone is watching what you choose to do and not do. You can take what works for you and leave the rest. So I urge you to find your version of flow this week. It's going to be maybe a slower pace. Those of us that are at home, and maybe a faster pace for those of us that are first responders, hospital employees, or others that are having to put in extra hours. So knowing that everyone's journey through this time is different and unique. So as we're finding ourselves to find a routine, whether it's practicing yoga, practicing a workout at our homes, finding a way to find a new work-life balance, allowing some space and surrender to knowing it's not going to be the same every day. Maybe for those with kids at home trying to find a new schedule and a new normal. Allowing their speech space to breathe and flex from day to day. So slowly rolling up to a comfortable seat. I'll read you one more small passage from Inviting Silence. It's called Strengthening the Will. Maybe allowing the eyes to be closed. How do we develop an ability to be constant? Many people begin with a high resolve, only to find they cannot sustain their intention. Their spiritual practice is soon abandoned. They're discouraged and may not try again for months or even years. If we can accept that wallowing in regret or self-judgment slows the process more, we have a chance. We can learn to be silent with ourselves about our failures and simply pick up where we left off, thus saving countless hours. We must just begin again. That is the key. So whatever happened last week or this weekend, just beginning again, beginning fresh and new this week, allowing things to flow as naturally as they can. Take the arms overhead, reach, inhale, exhale the hands down. 2 more times, inhale, reach. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, reach. Exhale, side out. Connect the knuckles of the thumbs to the chest, symbolizing the connection of our body to our breath, our prana, our life force. Taking a moment to remind yourself that you are enough. Whatever is accomplished, not accomplished, achieved or not achieved. You are enough just as you are right now. You have always been enough. You will always be enough. No change is needed. No apologies necessary. Taking this sense of calm from our practice and our time together, the sense of gratitude for your body and your breath. And this reminder that you are enough right now in this moment with you through the rest of your week. It's truly my honor to guide you through your practice. The light in me sees and honors the light in each of you. Namaste.